What happens when love shows itself in the most unexpected places, like a crowded airport before a long overseas trip? Heartwarming surprise. Alkong rushes to Incheon Airport to see Sun Yejin before overseas work has captured the hearts of fans everywhere, turning a simple farewell into a moment of pure devotion and emotion. The scene was touching, unforgettable, and proof that love shines brightest in life's quiet gestures. Let's join Red Carpet Revealed to discover and explore every detail right now. What happens when a farewell at a crowded airport suddenly turns into love? Story powerful enough to melt millions of hearts? That is exactly what fans witnessed when Alkong, the most precious presence in Sun Yejin's private world, rushed to Incheon Airport to see her off before she left for overseas work. It was supposed to be an ordinary departure, another moment in the busy schedule of one of Korea's most beloved actresses. Instead, it became a scene worthy of its own drama, one that blurred the line between real life and the cinematic romances she has portrayed so beautifully on screen. Incheon Airport has long been a stage for stars. It is where paparazzi swarm, fans gather, and celebrities make headlines simply by arriving or leaving. On that day, the crowd was larger than usual, drawn by rumors that Sun Yejin would be traveling abroad for work. Cameras flashed as she appeared, poised and graceful as always, her elegance undeniable even in the simple act of walking through the terminal. She had grown used to such attention over the years, but no one, including Sun Yejin herself, could have anticipated what was about to happen. The atmosphere shifted the moment Alkong appeared. One calls Alkong her anchor, her family, her dearest companion, or her symbol of love. What matters most is the emotional weight carried in that unexpected arrival. The crowd gasped, then erupted into cheers as the two locked eyes across the airport's polished floors. For Sun Yejin, it was a shock that quickly softened into pure emotion. Trembled, her eyes sparkled, and soon she could not contain her tears. What made the moment so unforgettable was its simplicity. There were no grand gestures, no orchestrated media displays, just a heartfelt reunion at a place that usually symbolizes separation. Alkong did not arrive with an entourage or with cameras in tow. The gesture itself was enough, a rush to see her one more time before the distance of oceans and the demands of work would separate them. For the actress who has spent much of her life balancing fame with loneliness, this was more than just a visit. It was a declaration. Fans, ever quick to capture and share, spread the scene across every corner of the internet. Hashtags trended worldwide within hours. On Twitter, clips of Sun Yejin's tearful smile circulated with captions like "This is better than any K-drama." On Weibo, fans wrote that it was the purest love story they had seen in years. Instagram accounts dedicated to the actress filled their feeds with fan edits of the moment, set to romantic music that amplified the tenderness, as if the entire world had paused to celebrate one woman's happiness. For those who have followed Sun Yejin's career closely, this was more than just celebrity gossip. Revelation of her humanity. She has always been admired as an untouchable goddess of the screen, someone who seemed almost too perfect to be real. Yet here she was, touched, vulnerable, moved by the kind of simple gesture anyone might crave from a loved one. It made her relatable in a way that few other moments have. The actress who brought audiences to tears in dramas was now moved to tears in real life. The media seized on the story instantly. Lines described the event with words like heartwarming, unforgettable, and a scene straight from a romance drama. Commentators debated its meaning. Was it proof of how deeply she is cherished? Was it a reminder that even global stars need the grounding force of love and family? Whatever the interpretation, everyone agreed on one point: the airport surprise had transformed an ordinary work trip into a cultural phenomenon. Insiders later revealed that Sun Yejin had not expected Alkong to come. Her schedule had been hectic. Departure planned quietly. To her, it was simply another duty of her profession. Alkong had other ideas, refusing to let her leave without showing support. Described the gesture as typical of their relationship, thoughtful, sincere, and rooted in a desire to make her feel less alone in the whirlwind of fame. It was not about making headlines, it was about making her smile. What struck fans most was Sun Yejin's reaction. She did not hide behind sunglasses or force a neutral expression for the cameras. She let herself be moved. Her tears, her laughter, the way she reached out with trembling hands, it was raw, unfiltered, and real. In that moment, was not a superstar but a woman touched by love. As closes, the story is no longer just about a trip abroad. It is about the power of presence. The way one person's decision to show up can change everything. Fans are left wondering if this gesture was enough to move her to tears. What deeper bond does it reveal between Sun Yijin and Alkong? The aftermath of the airport surprise reverberated far beyond Korea. International media outlets picked up the story, framing it as a testament to the enduring appeal of Sun Yijin's life, both on and off screen. Headlines in Japan, China, Southeast Asia highlighted her tears as proof of a love story unfolding in real life. Western outlets, too, marveled at the scene, describing it as a real-life K-drama moment that transcended language and culture. What made the moment so powerful was not just the spectacle but the sincerity behind it. In an industry where publicity stunts are common, this did not feel staged. There were no brand endorsements tied to the surprise. No photographers tipped off in advance. It was genuine, and audiences could sense it instantly. In a world starved for authenticity, that sincerity became priceless. Sun Yijin herself later addressed the surprise, admitting that it had left her deeply touched. She confessed that while she had grown used to fans and cameras at airports, she had never expected such a personal display of devotion. Her words echoed with gratitude and affection, painting a portrait of a woman who, despite her fame, still longs for the same emotional anchors everyone else does. Fans celebrated not just her happiness but what it symbolized. Many commented that the scene reminded them to value their own loved ones more deeply, to cherish the simple acts of presence that often go unnoticed. Online communities buzzed with stories of fans inspired to surprise their partners, parents, or friends at airports, bus stations, train platforms. The ripple effect was real. Love inspires love. For Sun Yijin's career, the airport moment added a new dimension to her public image. She had always been admired for her elegance and strength, but now she was seen as more approachable, more relatable. Brands noticed too. Marketing experts noted that her authenticity and vulnerability only increased her value, making her not just a star but a symbol of genuine emotion in an industry often criticized for artifice. Alkong's gesture also sparked endless speculation about their bond. Was it a partner's devotion? A family member's loyalty? A symbolic act of love that transcends labels? Fans debated endlessly, but in the end, the specifics mattered less than the sentiment. What mattered was the universal truth it revealed, that even the most successful individuals need someone to stand by them. Someone willing to show up when it matters most. Culturally, the moment resonated because it tapped into one of Korea's most iconic narrative tropes, the airport scene. For decades, K-dramas have used airports as settings for farewells, reunions, and confessions of love. These scenes, staged with sweeping music and dramatic camera angles, have become shorthand for high-stakes emotion. Such a scene unfold in real life, starring one of the nation's most beloved actresses, was almost too perfect to believe. It was as if fiction had spilled into reality. National fans took the symbolism even further. Places like Japan and the Philippines, fan clubs organized events to celebrate the airport surprise, screening clips and holding discussions about what it meant. In the United States, entertainment blogs praised the universality of the gesture, noting how it spoke to the global hunger for stories of love that feel authentic and pure. The economic impact was also undeniable. Footage of Sun Yijin at the airport racked up millions of views, driving traffic to streaming platforms showcasing her dramas and films. Brands associated with her saw spikes in engagement, and travel companies even reported increased interest in Incheon Airport as fans imagined recreating the scene themselves. Once again, her personal life had become inseparable from her cultural influence. As the dust settled, what remained was a memory destined to live on in fan communities forever. The image of Sun Yijin, shimmering with tears, surprised by Alkong's presence, replayed endlessly in edits, tributes, retrospectives. It is a moment that transcends time, reminding us all of the power of love's simplest gestures. In the end, the airport surprise was more than just a farewell. It was a declaration of devotion. A reminder that even amidst the chaos of fame and the demands of work, love will find its way to show up. For Sun Yijin, it was proof that she is not alone on her journey. For fans, it was a glimpse of real love in a world that often feels scripted. And for the world at large, it was a reminder that the purest moments are often the ones we never expect. As this story comes to a close, one truth lingers: Cameras may capture the glamour of stardom, but it is the quiet acts of devotion that capture our hearts. On that unforgettable day at Incheon Airport, the world saw love in its truest form. Thank you for joining Red Carpet Revealed on this emotional journey into the heart of one of Korea's most cherished stars. Stay tuned for more exclusive insights, tender surprises, and unforgettable stories from the stars you adore. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe, because the next chapter of Sun Ye-jin's extraordinary journey is only just beginning. As the echoes of that unforgettable airport moment continue to linger, one thing is clear: love often reveals itself in the simplest gestures. Sun Ye-jin's tearful smile at Incheon was more than a celebrity headline. It was a reminder that behind the dazzling spotlight lies a heart that longs for connection, support, and presence. Hwang's surprise wasn't just about saying goodbye, it was about showing up. About reminding her that no matter how far she travels or how busy her schedule becomes, she is never truly alone. Moments like these transcend fame and borders. They speak to something universal: the comfort of being loved, the reassurance of knowing someone will rush to you even in life's busiest hours. It is why fans across the world held their breath, cried, celebrated together. Because in Sun Ye-jin's tears, they recognized their own longing for love that is steady, pure, and real. Thank you for joining us at Red Carpet Revealed as we shared this touching story of devotion and humanity. Your passion and excitement are what make these journeys resonate so deeply. Stay tuned for more exclusive insights, emotional revelations, and behind-the-scenes truths from the stars who inspire us all. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe, because the next chapter of Sun Ye-jin's extraordinary story is just around the corner.